I am James Marshall, and I'm excited to be back with you again for another dose of inspiration. Here is your VOA Weekly Motivation. February is National Black History Month, which is a month set aside to recognize and focus on the accomplishments of African Americans and the events that have contributed to the legacy of African Americans here in the United States. One of the many amazing African American heroines that I am reminded of during February is Dr. Mae Jemison. She is an American engineer, physician, and former NASA astronaut who became the first Black woman to travel into space in 1992 on the Space Shuttle Endeavour. She is an amazing inspiration of someone who overcame challenges to accomplish her childhood dream. One of her inspirations to go into space came from being a young fan of the TV show Star Trek. She was particularly drawn to the pioneering character of Lieutenant Aurora. Dr. Jemison really enjoyed watching the African-American actress Nichelle Nichols in her role as Lieutenant Aurora. This inspired Dr. Jemison to pursue science, and in October of 1985, as a board-certified general practitioner specializing in medical research, Dr. Jemison applied for NASA's astronaut training program. Although there had been no other African-American woman astronaut to look to as a role model. In addition to this being a potential challenge, she experienced a huge setback as she awaited a response to her NASA application. This setback was caused by the tragic events of January 28, 1986, when the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded, killing all 7 astronauts on board. Now, in the wake of the nation grieving this disaster, NASA's shuttle program was immediately suspended. It took almost a year for them to resume operations, and in October of 1986, Dr. Jemison persevered and reapplied for the program. Her perseverance paid off because in June of 1987, she was accepted to the program. Then after 5 years of rigorous training, her childhood dream became a reality. And on September 12, 1992, she became the first Black woman in space. Dr. Jemison's story doesn't end there because in 1993, she appeared as an actress on the very show that inspired her, Star Trek. She got to meet her idol, Nichelle Nichols, and became the first real astronaut to ever act on the show. Dr. Jemison's perseverance and diligence not only helped her to accomplish her dream, but it also helped her to become a version of her own inspiration. I hope that we would be encouraged to do the same in our lives by remaining persistent in pursuing our dreams. In this season of Lent, many of us are giving up things. But I pray that our dreams will not be on the sacrifice list. However, we should all be encouraged to give up any hindrances that stand in the way of us accomplishing our dreams. Things like self-doubt, procrastination, or even fear. When we purge those things from our lives, we make our dreams much more obtainable. Then, like Dr. Jemison, we too can not only accomplish our dreams, but also become a version of our own inspiration. Well, that's your motivation for this week, and I hope that you are inspired. Until we meet again, God bless.